Mm. Good day, beautiful people. Hope you all are doing quite well and that you were able to just absorb some of the beauty of that pink moon. And for me, it just meant really tuning into who we are as love. And on that note, just been inspired by various things and a lovely book I'm reading right now around cultivating through this time of moving through our ego, how should I say it, our ego manifestations in a world where there is a lot to encounter and react to. And having this as a tool in your front pocket, right by your heart, um, to bring out and cultivate that connection to yourself with self-compassion because you need it. We're going to need it as we activate these hidden DNA strands. Okay. So here we are. We're in this process of upgrading to quantum crystalline in both consciousness and in manifestation. And it's a process. And it's a process. And there's a lot that is talking to the world right now in this apparent time split. And there's certainly people who are just so waking up right now and know that they have to and that they're here for a reason and they're applying everything that they're learning to that process. And then there's, a different sector that just, needs to express themselves in a different way. So again, we have this so no channel that by my estimation is a kind of a seventh dimensional gift. It's the gift of being um, consciously and even unconsciously intuitive, having that little sense without even a word entering here, like, go this way, or yeah, you need to address that, or you need to pick that, just these little, and you're going to begin to recognize those little pulls inside of you. And we've activated this. It's been a gift test, and we've activated this intuitive channel. So using that as well to to direct energy into our DNA strands. And even though we've done a big blast into them, into the third and fifth strands, we're still in that process of navigating, navigating what has been hidden in them. So by activating these DNA strands, and so we have one and two. We have one and two. That's just, that's what is seen in all that DNA testing and things like that. But these hidden ones, which we're naming 3, 4, and 5, activate soul memories that we have not been able to be in touch with. Now, some of these are ancient earth memories, and those are the worlds 1 through 3. So, in other words, according to Hopi Navajo, peoples of the ancient ones, um, we've had we're in world 4, and we're making our most beautiful effort and intent to leap into 5. So some of those things emerge, and energy was very, very different on this planet, and also beyond this planet. Obviously, um, we spoke a little bit last time about infancy indoctrination, and that's just, it's not like the most negative part of it, but we're really indoctrinated into this is solid and believe everything that you're told and for survival's sake. And of course, that continues on in early childhood programming. So it's really difficult for most people to remember ancient Earth memories. So those include Lemuria and Atlantis and Mu. And, we do know from what's been handed down that there was the Great Flood, and we do know that there was an ice age, and we do know that there's a dinosaur age. And while they want to just the big main line is, civilization's only been around for 3 to 4,000, well, now 5,000 years. Um, when they look at that's those structures in Turkey, they know that they're 12,000 years old. They can carbon date them. And even though they won't admit to it, the Sphinx, for instance, has evidence that it was affected by the Great Flood. And that was well over 10,000 years ago. So these might be coming through for you. Um, certainly had a few of those. Mhm. Um, but it may not even be memories of being in Atlantis and Atlantis blew up, etc. It can be more that what was instigated into your soul, in those experiences, is logged into your hidden DNA. And it needs to be somehow recognized, even in as an inference about who you are now. So what's interesting is that we've had a lot of, as a soul, we've had a lot of different experiences beyond what you're experiencing now. And it's programmed into us to forget those when we incarnate. So we're kind of working against, this kind of control system. So preparing our vehicles to go 6D requires that we activate and clear these extra strand memories as they arise or as we come, or sometimes without even knowing it. And that's what we're going to work on in here. These strands vibrate as a hidden soul karma base, a hidden soul karma base, meaning what you're creating now is being co-created by you and activated by you as as a point to something that is still there for you to be cleared or recognize or learn from or teach from. Okay. Um, these strands also are programmed to hide the lessons to be learned, to be freed from 3D. And why is that? Because this world is dependent in some ways with how it's constructed to remain 3D and a source of emotional energy for certain energy groups. And so there's not this lesson like, hey, you're in this lifetime to evolve. And if you're lucky and you're a good person, you might go to heaven. I mean, that's pretty much the story. But heaven is a place where God exists and you exist, but there's mm, there's no embodiment like we have here, and there's no upgrade to the whole system. So in our work, as we work through this activated karma, expect ego issues to emerge, to be cleared. Oh boy. So we come now to what is the focus of what we're going to do today. The key to setting yourself free of hidden karma or programming is it's self-love and self-compassion. What's the difference? Self-love is that you can look in the mirror and go, I love you. I love your hair today. I love how you're presenting. I love who you are. I love the light that you are, etc. Self-compassion is to be able to reflect back to oneself in a very depth, uh, perceptive way, deep perceptive way. That's interesting, Karma. I'm always doing the best I can. Otherwise, I do better. I just wrote that yesterday in a chapter. I learned that from a teacher. Everyone always does the very best they can. Otherwise, they do better. In other words, that being who commits that heinous crime, something happened to that being. That innocence was taken away from them as a child, as an infant, as a soul, and they're here to to have an experience that could, because they have free will to work it out, and some people don't. They're going to have to come back again. But still, what we what we get reflected here is you are a sinner. You are a sinner. And this kind of excludes self-compassion because the follow-up of that is, well, only God can forgive you. I mean, I could forgive you and I could forgive her and well, I could forgive myself, but really only God can forgive you. And so compassion, yes, includes forgiveness, but it's something deeper than that. It's a very godly form of self-love. Very powerful, very powerful. So as you go through this, you're going to, need to be guided with your sono moment by moment. And I could say day by day, but I'm really getting, whoa, moment by moment. You'll need to be protected by the ah, om, because um, in this excursion into these hidden ego aspects that need to be cleared, it's going to leave you vulnerable at times. And sometimes that vulnerability is to energies that we can't see. So we really, really, really want to engage with the om when we think about it. Okay. So we're going to start. We're just going to just dig in today. We're going to dig in and see what comes forth. Okay. So I'm going to invite you, beautiful, beautiful beings, to activate your 7D so no into that posterior aspect of the third eye. So eyes open or closed, but it's nice to close your eyes. Say the word so no as you nod your head and say yes, 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 yes. So no. Yes, 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 yes. So no. Yes, 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 yes. So no. Yes, 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 yes. And breathe and nod. Exhale. And you may even see a light go on in your third eye. And in some cases, you may even see a white lotus. We're going to just put some collective energy on this. So, no. And it's like opening the back door to an even higher view of the whole situation. And allow that sono now to spread out in front of you. Here we go. Good. Okay, everybody got on board here. Good. And then activating the ah, om, aum, 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 aum. Bring it down first through that back body. And bring it down the whole back of the body and allow it now to spread out on either side of you. And then begin just to move it through your vehicle and through your crystalline vehicle. Knowing that we are existing in two places at once right now. Aum, aum, aum. And then let it spread out before you and to the sides. And have a look around and see, do you see any gaps in your field, any holes, any entry points for energies that are not there to serve you? And then while you're at it, allow yourself to dot around your totality body that surrounds you, that constitutes you and your expanded consciousness field. because many soul memories are anchored in the totality body. Parallel worlds, alternate worlds, even shadow. Mm. And then tune into any ego activations coming through you right now. And this can take the form of conflict, money lack, insecurity, self condemnation, and self talk that's negative, negative self talk. And then when you recognize it, just a little nod of the head, ah, yes, no judgment, just like, uh-huh, uh-huh. And then we begin our beautiful initiation into and through this, which is love, love, and love. And then love, 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 love. And just try on different intonations of that to see what begins to lighten and loosen the load. All the while bringing the om through and the so, no. And any thought that arises that doesn't link you with the one, the oneness, yeah. Mm. Love, 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 love. So, here in this moment, then, just in our silence, we're observing any negating thoughts. Oh, I could have done that better. Or why didn't I? Or why did she? Or, well, there's a tonality there of negation. And allow the so no and the om to replace, and the love, love, love to replace that thought just for that moment. And here's where you can slip in. I would do the best I can. Otherwise, I could do better. I would have done better. I always do the best I can. Otherwise, I would have done better in that moment. Mhm. And then somewhere in there, perhaps you feel like referring to an I am that is appropriate for the moment or appropriate for you. And repeat that as a mantra. And then this is a moment you can cultivate some very positive self talk. I love serving the good of all. I love smiling at and with people. I care about the earth. I'm here to be of service. Find your positive self talk and perhaps even write some of those things down and put them around your abode. And sometimes, if you catch a negative phrase moving through your precious mind, you take a moment and you say, yes, and I love the earth. I am one with the one. I am here to be a blessing, a channel for God's love, for the one to come through and unite us all. Anything. But allow those messages to come through at the appropriate moments. And then when you get a chance, still the mind, still the mind to the beauty of nothingness. And then again in your front pocket on the left side, you got your LLL, love, 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 love. You might have to say it 20 times. Love, 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 love. And then affirm that you are the love. Just be the love. You know how to do it. Just be the love. Just by showing up here, you are the love. Be the love. And practice here right now. Practice being the love right here, right now. Be the love. Declare it. I am love, and then be the love. Slightly different. And then begin to direct that love back to yourself. Compassionate, gorgeous, yummy love. Back to yourself, back to ourselves. And here we recognize one crucial element. Everything that exists around us is us. So now that self-compassion goes and it moves out to the oneness of us all. So this is something that we learn to cultivate. Cultivating self-compassion. It's a moment by moment endeavor, especially under any stressful situations. So sense and feel self-compassion as the creator, the oneness would for you. So align as and with the creator and go, and then I hear that love, 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 love. And a nod, almost like a nod of the head, and yes, yes, self-compassion is exquisite right here, right now. And with that, be the love. Be the love of the Creator extending back to you. You, the soul, you, the ego, you, the manifestation 3D being. Initiate that self love as the one and direct it as compassion into all that is you, that you know to be you. Love, 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 love comes through. It's like that angelic radiation from the owl. So compassionate. And then direct it to your vulnerabilities and heal your vulnerabilities. Whatever they are. Can't follow through, flies off the handle, communication skills, whatever they are, think of them. Those are your vulnerabilities where you have the most to learn, and direct that self compassion right into those. Stand in your power, beautiful beings. Stand in the power of who and what you are. Stand in your power. And this will allow you to heal your wounds. So your own self-awareness of your power and self-compassion. Yes, right there. Heal and move on. And then disperse untoward thoughts as they arise. And just choose something that empowers you. Mm-hmm. And then in those sublime moments, lead with your heart. Even as you send that compassion back to you. And then allow this compassion to go out in the world for any and everything that you encounter, because everybody does the best they can, or they would do better. And now let us just engage Anuswara. Just bring that soul vortex just zoom, zoom through your entire field. You can engage with the mudra if you so choose, but zoom it through, zoom it through, zoom it through, all the way through your feet into the earth. Nod your head, yes. I love myself. Mm-hmm. I live in the zone of compassion. Mm-hmm. Yourself, others, in the world. Mm-hmm. Love, love, love. Mm-hmm. Zoom, zoom, zoom. And then we get to just melt into our blessed ending and beginning. I awaken, I awaken, I awaken to this day, to this sense of self, the sense of love, this embrace of myself with a compassionate heart that allows me to feel that for all others. I am love. Mm-hmm. Mm, mm, mm. I am peace. I am freedom. And I am one. Mm. Gather all of that up. Bring it to your personal namaste to yourself for this day. Radiant beings. Love, love, love. One breath, one moment at a time. This is the awakening. I send you love, peace, freedom, and salute you as the one. Namaste.